Why play Cassiopeia Mid? Well, she provides insanely high constant damage. Her ability to carry games is immense. Not needing boots means her 6 items is incredibly strong, and she moves incredibly fast with constant speed ups. However, she is very mana hungry early game, and she does lack range compared to many AP mages. Cassiopeia's passive is that she cannot buy boots, and instead gets passive movement speed per level, which ends up being about 50 gold worth of movement speed each level up. Cassiopeia's Q blasts a point on the ground, and after a short delay it explodes, poisoning all enemies hit. This will deal damage over 3 seconds and grant Cassiopeia a good chunk of movement speed over this time. Cassiopeia's W throws a large area of poison on the floor for 5 seconds. Enemies within it take damage per second, are slowed, and are grounded. Cassiopeia's E is her bread and butter, being on a 0.75 second cooldown at base level. It is a point and click ability which deals damage, and if the enemy is poisoned it deals double damage and restores a small chunk of health. Also, if it kills a minion it refunds the mana, making farming incredibly easy. Cassiopeia's ultimate is a cone skill shot which deals damage and stuns all enemies facing her for 2 seconds. Enemies facing away also take damage but receive a small slow instead. Cassiopeia's combo is very straightforward. Land your Q and then absolutely spam your face on the E key. However, do remember to click to auto attack as well for the small amount of extra damage, and then use W to stop your enemy from dashing or flashing away, and use your ultimate to stun as needed. Cassiopeia is a great pick into most short range mages, and against assassins which have to dash in a straight line towards her for a very easy guaranteed ultimate. However, she can struggle against longer range mages who can poke her out, and assassins who can get on top of her while avoiding her ultimate. For Masteries, take this. The E spam means Conqueror is online very fast. For build order, start tearing pots into Rod of Ages, and then complete your Archangels and get a Crystal Scepter. Following this, a Hat and Void Staff are great damage items, or Zhonya's and Banshees are great defensive choices. For skill order, start E then Q then W before maxing E then Q then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Teleport. Starting the game, you're looking to farm hard, which is very easy for Cassiopeia, with her E being a great farming tool. At this point in the game, you're looking for quick short trades, as you simply don't have the mana to spam your E's just yet. When your opponent comes up to farm, look to land an easy Q. If you're able to follow this up with a quick auto attack into an E, between the speed boost and the heal, you can normally retreat with a favourable trade. However, at this stage in the game, you do lack mobility, so make sure to pick up an early control ward and keep yourself safe with good vision. When you hit level 6, you suddenly have great kill potential. If you're able to land your ultimate followed by a chunk of damage between your Q and your E's, and then as it ends use W so they can't flash or dash away, you'll have put so much damage into them they'll have to retreat, and if your lane's long enough you'll be able to chase them down for the kill. Otherwise, at this point you should have the mana to push hard. So push your lane in and look to gank other lanes or roam for objectives. Entering the mid game, having 2 or 3 items completed now means you're a beast with pretty much unlimited mana. As long as you're able to keep yourself safe, you now put out unholy amounts of damage with your E spam, so look for smaller skirmishes and turn them into objectives. Also, you're a threat in a 1v1, so you actually work quite well as a split pusher, being able to teleport in if needed. Entering late game teamfights, you are incredibly strong with insanely high single target damage. You want to play the backline mage role, but instead of looking to do anything fancy on their backline, simply appreciate your short range and high damage and look to spam onto the first thing you can. This way she'll be able to absolutely shred a frontline before turning her damage on everything else.